So, cut to the players who are leaving the Yawning Portal and drag everybody over to the map of Waterdeep, where our friend is right now. Who's all the way down here.
Why do I see towers? Oh, I see him, by the way. I see where they're down there. Why do we have call-out towers? I don't remember that.
That is a landmark.
Oh, right.
For you guys.
Can you point where we're headed? Because I don't know. It's in the south ward.
Can I delete call-out towers? No. You know, you do have a member who very clearly, or a member of the party who very clearly seems to know about the Emerald Enclave. You could probably
I know where
ask
it
him.
is. No, I know where it is because you said I rolled a 20 and you said I know exactly where it is.
Yep.
But I, as a character, I don't know where it is, so I can make decisions based on.
Well, I'm
any-
saying as a character, you do know where it is.
Yeah.
Because
So
of
I'm
the
asking. So I'm as a player. Sorry, I might have misspoke. As a player, I don't know where it is. So
It's
I'm
just
asking-
south of the call-out towers. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
in the southern ward.
So
It's
so
probably around here-ish.
yeah. So probably should take the way of the dragon.
That would seem the most appropriate.
Were we still gonna look for a brewery in the trade ward, or did you want to go to the ones that Durnan referenced?
No, I don't know. I suppose the ones that done in reference are as good as any. At least we have a lead. I'm gonna look at Ivar.
I'm gonna look back.
Sounds good. What was it? The Bruce Brothers and the Peabody Brewery?
That's
I think we
correct.
should
That's what
steer
those
clear
two
of the
were.
Peabody.
Yeah, they had the break-in. Let's go to the Bruce Brothers.
I'm
Do you know what
pretty
it
sure
is?
that break-in was us.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, this is out of character. Right. This is the character. Bruce Brothers it is. Where is it? I'm gonna...
The
What?
Bruise Brothers, he did not give you a specific location.
So it still should be in the docks, though.
Yes.
So let's say we take the Snail Street and ask around for the Bruce Brothers on the way there. We're not too
Sounds
far
good.
off.
Sounds good.
Okay. And
All right.
so I suppose this route or something.
Okay.
I'm not drunk.
I promise I can draw a straight line, officer. I swear.
Okay.
So heading down into the dock wards takes you about half an hour to get down there.
Do we ask for? I will only ask for people if there. I will only ask around if there are no guards around. Specifically,
Okay.
I won't be
Um,
talking to strangers with guards looking at me.
Make a perception check.
Okay. I don't know if anybody else is doing it.
Okay.
If-
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm gonna ask around for him.
Okay. Far as you can tell, there are no guards around at this present moment.
Okay, I'm gonna-
Now, if you're going to be asking questions, I will allow either one of you to roll with advantage, or you can roll separately, whichever you choose.
You should roll with advantage. Go ahead.
And it is going to be an investigation. check.
Yeah, he can roll with advantage.
I roll with advantage.
Yeah, you can roll for us.
Okay.
All right.
So here
Mr.
goes
Negative One.
advantage.
Let's see what you can do.
That's not too bad.
Okay. So
So
asking around. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, you were gonna do it for me. Please do.
Okay. Asking around, you do get an approximate location. It's not an exact location, but it's somewhere along the lines of, if you look at, let's see here, where do I want to place this? It's along the slide.
The slide.
The slide, right over here.
Oh, right over there. Yeah. I'm gonna, in character, I'm gonna say we should add that then to the slide. Ask more around there. Like that's the intention anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for. There are no shops around here, are there?
I believe there is one shop around here that you would be able to see. Let's see here. Let me see if I can remember exactly where it is. 12 and Trends, Volo.
A whole district with a single shop.
Well, there are other shops, but none that seem very interesting, except
I know.
one.
Yeah.
Nearby. God damn it.
There's gotta be like bakeries and little things like that.
Yes. Yeah, mostly there's a lot of grilled fish. There are some bakeries here. There are some fishing shops, it looks like.
Oh, I'm gonna buy fishing line if I can.
Okay. I don't know if there is something specific. Let's see here.
Because it's just basically rope, but not rope. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let's see if there's something in the adventuring gear here. How much are you looking to purchase?
Just let's say 10 meters. I don't know, a little.
So about 30 feet or so, give or take.
Yeah.
Of line.
Yeah. A little
Let's
squiggle.
call it, because it is a little bit more specialized than a generic rope.
Really? Because this is fishing.
Yeah, but it's also a lot.
Everybody
harder to
needs.
Yeah, but it's harder to
Is it?
manufacture this. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Because like fishermen are like poor. They need to mend the nets and whatnot, and just have like. And they
Right, but
do
you're
work with rope.
you're looking for fishing line rather than
Yeah, I want-
nets. A net is
No,
a lot
yeah.
easier to make than fishing line is.
That's true. But like, I'm just saying that it's the tools of a cheap, or what you think is a cheap craft. Because like, but it's up to you, of course.
I'd probably put it at. So you're only looking for about 30 feet. I'd put it at 5 silver.
5 silver, okay. Yeah, it's just a little thing, so I can work with it. So I'll get one.
Okay. Easy enough. You do find, again, a lot of this stuff does seem more expensive than the average fishing equipment. But yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it is easy enough. Goodness. There is actually a price on a net too here. Might give me an idea. Yeah, a net's of gold. So yeah.
Ooh, she's expensive.
Well, that's a weapon net, like to use against people kind of deal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Also, I was making a joke that anyway. No, never mind.
Anyway, so you can add 30 feet of fishing line.
You were making
Your
a
inventory.
joke that it's a woman named Annette.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
That one just like went right over my head. I'm sorry.
I know. Don't worry.
Nothing goes over my head. I will catch it.
You're too tall.
Says the guy who's been rolling a 5 and a 9 for their investigation and perception checks.
And I
You
rolled
didn't
a
even
16.
notice something flying over your head, let alone be able to catch it so far.
The dice aren't going over my head. They're on the table.
They'll come around. Don't worry. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for, or something like that. But yeah, so heading towards the slide, which is around here.
Yes.
Take us away, GM.
So-
which one?
They're interchangeable. So heading around there, you do eventually spot a building. Looks more like a warehouse than a building. That's probably been retrofitted with a smokestack at the top, emitting what looks like steam. And you can clearly see a sign on the wall in front of it. It's the Brews Brothers.
You probably would be able to smell it as well, because
Yeah, you definitely
brewing-
can smell it for sure.
yeah, it's a very strong smell that I don't like a lot at all. Seems like we found it.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, because you guys aren't in the dock wards, give me a moment here to switch the music around.
I'm gonna turn to Ivar. You do the negotiations.
Well, let's see. What are we looking to do? Are we going for like a half stock or a full stock?
I'd
think
say we
we're-
got a couple. Oh, go ahead.
We're looking for at least one delivery, and maybe set up a supply contract, right?
Right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Contracts.
We're
I'm not signing
likely-
any of those.
We're likely going to need a license to sell alcohol. So we'll need to do that before we start selling it. But there should be no trouble with us possessing it and taking care of our ghost friend. For instance, we can do that, but we'll need to get a license somewhere.
I'm looking over the code legal. I'm gonna say, I don't see anything here about the license for alcohol.
You're probably not looking close enough.
I'd say make an intelligence check, or make a history check actually.
Here goes.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
What am I even gonna do with this?
So
I don't even.
you think for a
The
minute.
first time
wait.
I've seen a 0.
How many
Yeah.
how many ones has it been so far for you?
There's been a lot.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I roll a lot. Yeah. That's
So,
the second one on the same page.
I'm gonna go ahead and type
Deception.
you paired in.
Around now, I'd
So
be
just-
checking my dice in real life to see if like 5 of the sides were ones. Like, I just realized I never rolled a 7 before. Hang on.
Who took away? This angle is wrong on this 7. So
my
just
God.
As a
Now,
just to
now
recap,
I want to give somebody like horrible prank gift dice that have like 2 1s just discreetly on it. Just secretly,
Okay,
just
there's-
one of the numbers is a 1. That shouldn't be.
there's the weighted dice, the ones that, you know.
Like, I just wonder how long it would
know.
notice for someone. How long it would take for somebody to notice there was 2 1s on a dice.
There we go. That's
Okay,
what
so
comes to
just
mind.
so as a recap, Marty, or rather Torin, just said you're not looking close enough, and I'm gonna start looking at it, and yeah, I'll keep looking at it.
Torin, make an insight check for me.
Okay.
I'm still looking at it.
Go ahead.
Never mind.
Can I have a problem here, actually. This is too okay, I'm gonna roll a wisdom, Effie. And I know the deal.
What for?
I can oh my god, what have I ruined? Okay, well, I guess I'm whispering.
Yep. Yeah, next time
So-
whisper it before you make the roll, so I know.
I know. So it's /WGM.
Yes.
Yeah.
/W space GM, and then whatever you want to type. Oh geez, I just remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you now?
Okay. I just remembered
there's-
that you were having an argument with
Yeah,
Torrin at one point about the gods, weren't you?
Yes.
I was.
And you
Seemed
were in
to-
public, if I recall.
I
Debate me, bro. Come on my channel and debate me.
Well, we were in the yard. It's still in public, I suppose.
Yeah, you might want to read Crimes Against the Gods at some point.
Oh, everyone's a criminal in our party. Join me.
I will read that, but if we have to, out of character, have a discussion about it, I guess we will, Effie. We'll see. I'll read that bit, but on to the thing at hand.
It's our new
I
alt
rolled-
rock band, Torrid and the Criminal Element.
Yeah, that's fine.
So okay, so my interpretation of the situation is correct.
Yes.
Okay, so as I am looking down at the paper or the code legal, and I start to tremble, And I'm gonna say, this is gonna be too much trouble. I want none of this. We shouldn't do this. And I'm gonna put the code legal back. Is anybody saying anything to this?
Too much trouble. What for? What kind of trouble?
The paperwork. Yeah.
The paperwork's too much trouble?
The paperwork is too much trouble. Why?
Explain.
There's no explaining. They don't explain to you. They're just gonna wait until you mess up some paper.
There's gotta be some process.
They will kill you if you fail. If you are bad at the process.
What?
I am not doing any of that. You all, I am out of here.
Let's at least start with taking care of our ghost friend. Whether we open up a bar is another business.
I mean, you don't know how bad it'll be. Maybe the Bruise brothers can let us know how easy the process could actually be.
Yeah, let's ask them.
I am like Effie. I'm willing to be convinced by this because otherwise I'm gonna throw a racket in here. But I don't know if I should be convinced by this.
Make a persuasion check, you two.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll a wisdom. Let's do a wisdom saving throw for you there, Paradin.
Here goes. That's good, right? That's good. No,
that's bad.
I rolled against persuasion.
I was using that against your yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
I'm not having any of their heads. Not heads. I don't care if they die. I don't care if you die. I'm out of here. I will see you in the Emerald Enclave. And I storm off down the road on foot. Unless anybody stops me, of course, but like I'm off. I'm not dealing with this.
I mean, physically restraining you sounds like too much effort.
I don't know what he read in that paper, but it must have scared him. Look,
I mean, you have the same copy of the paper. You don't see anything that seems terrifying.
Does he know how to read?
That's a fair question. Yeah, that would actually that's yeah. Okay, well I guess I'm off by myself as well. My God, today what are we doing?
Okay,
I don't know what you people are doing.
Side quests.
Side quest.
Okay.
So you guys are standing in front of the Bruce Brothers Brewery.
I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, I'm following him in.
So
Ignore that.
You also rolled a 1.
I did roll one.
The spell backfires and explodes in your
I
face.
was trying to close all the open spells on my spell sheet.
I know it's confusing.
All right. So the Bruce Brothers Brewery, by the way, is pretty much right here. The building right next to the one on the corner of Belnimbra and the slide. So it's this one right here if you want to mark that. I'll mark it with an X here for you. Yep, there you go.
I'll write down a little bit.
Yeah.
And
so you go inside, and immediately you are hit with the smell of hops and brewing beer. It smells, frankly, it's strange. There's a lot of smells hitting you at once, and it's kind of overwhelming. And it is hot in here. It is very hot in here compared to outside. But other than that, there you can see barrels lined up on the walls. You see a couple of small portraits. And that stuff was deleted. A couple of small portraits with what looks like two people holding a piece of paper standing in front of this building. And you see a familiar face standing at a counter. Well, I didn't expect to see you guys again. And you all see before you the friendly face of Jimmy.
Oh, hey, Jimmy.
Good to see you again.
We didn't know this was your establishment.
I just work here for
Well,
the
fair.
brothers, but I man the counter and deliver stuff when they need me to. So I do. You realize there's an actual text function, right? By the way.
That's for losers. No, you just gotta commit. By the way, I love the idea of labeling every event that happens in this game on the map so that it stops looking like a random grid and like it's full of all this character.
Shoo, I'll put the text. You do the conversation.
By the end of this playthrough, it'll be like there's the fire temple and there's the master sword, and it's gonna be annotated, and all these parts of the map are gonna mean something.
By the end of this, it's not there's not even going to be any map left. It's just going to be stuff like accident scenes and random markers denoting things, and then angry faces. It's just there's nothing left.
It's gonna look like Where's Waldo.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Jimmy kind of looks you over. So what brings you here today?
Well, we're actually on a quest to order some beer.
Really? Why didn't you just go to the yawning portal like the normal people do?
We're looking for much more than single servings.
Uh-huh. Why didn't you go to the yawning portal? I'm sure they would have parted with one of their barrels.
Why are you speaking euphemistically?
We would like to order several and have them delivered.
Okay. Give me just a moment. First things first, before I go... You have your licenses for this?
Not yet, but we'll make sure that we don't sell any until we acquire our license.
Right. No, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Look, I don't know how much you know about the brewing business, but if there's one thing I know about after working for these guys for quite a while, if you sell to people who don't have their guild license, yes, there's fines, there's jail time. I can't. My hands are kind of tied here, guys.
Huh. So you can't sell it to us if we don't have our license?
Not in any significant quantity, no. I mean, maybe a
Okay.
barrel, and that's about it. At most, if that. I probably wouldn't risk that either.
We've had a long day here, so we're just going to take the barrel and get out of here.
Like I just said, I mean, even that might be stretching it. I would rather not risk it, honestly. I like my job here.
Which guild are you
That's really letting us
referring to?
down there, Jimmy. All right, well, we're going to have to go back to the yawning portal and get whatever we can acquire there.
To answer your question there, Torrin, was it?
Yeah.
Torrin, yeah. The Waterdeep Brewery Guild. It's, I know, not a very original name. The Brewers Guild here, they tend to keep strict track of who has what.
And so the Brewers Guild has rules for who can license to purchase, not just produce.
Well, anybody can purchase a license to sell and own a tavern and purchase in larger quantities, but as for running it, or rather affording it, is another question. It's not cheap, from what I know. And, I mean, it's not exactly an easy process. There's a lot of paperwork involved, I'm sure. You know how people are, bureaucracy.
Indeed, indeed.
But
if we were to want to go through that process, could you tell us where we can find the guild?
I mean, you could probably find... Let me just hang on a second here. You could probably find a representative at Castle Waterdeep, I'd imagine. Which
Excellent.
you guys would be familiar with that. That's around the same area where You guys actually signed the paperwork for Troll Skull Manor.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the best I can do for you guys. Sorry.
So I guess the big question is, are we willing to go through that process?
Do we really have a choice? I mean, if we need to secure secure alcohol to rid our poltergeist problem.
Prepare for the DMV episode of Dungeons and Dragons. How many points of madness will they gain in this building?
And
Okay.
you were saying that we didn't find any Cthulhian horrors.
Well, I'm game for it if you are.
All right.
These
I
guys
guess
are gonna get themselves-
we're heading for Waterdeep Castle then.
Roll for paperwork.
Funny thing is, I have had to do that in a campaign. It went really badly.
Oh no, did he
I'm
eat
sorry,
it?
badly in the sense that I rolled a natural 20 and got the attention of a very, shall we say, unpleasant-looking secretary.
You signed your paperwork too well?
Yes. That's what happens when you roll a natural 20 sometimes, and your DM's a dick.
I feel some unsolved issues here.
But regardless, as you exit the Bruise Brothers, Torin,
Yes.
there is a pigeon that flies over and lands on your shoulder, and you can see it has a note tied to its leg.
Oh, fantastic. I pull the note and read it.
I do enjoy
as you do-
receiving mail.
He
says.
just
Pigeon
keeps
flies off.
receiving animal messages all day.
It is a small little piece of paper, and all it has written on it is, "We have a job for you."
Oh, terrific. Freaking
It's a good thing I
druids
have a
always
head
showing
start.
off.
I like the idea of him saying that out loud.
What? Sorry, what did you say? I didn't actually hear what you said, Marty.
Freaking druids always showing off.
Well, no, it's just the armored giant dragonborn paladin going, "Oh, terrific!"
Well,
You know, you say that now, Mr. Paladin, but you're probably going to be able to do this yourself eventually. So,
well, maybe not the castle right now. Did Paradin said he was heading for the Enclave, right?
you did.
Let's head that way.
Okay.
All right. So it is about this time that Paradin, you, in your panic state, kind of just started booking it the other direction, away from
Yes.
the brewery.
Yeah.
And made your way to a very tall-looking compound. It's a very fancy villa, for sure. Large, like carved oak doors, and very large, like black stone knockers.
I do. Okay.
And you can see there's ivy growing up the side of the building and a very nice garden out front. This, from what you would know, to be the home of the Emerald Enclave. Let me check the name of the place as I pull up the Emerald Enclave. The Falcon Villa.
Falcon Mirror.
Falcon Mere. Phalkonmere.
You can write it in chat, please.
Yeah. It's a
okay,
hell of a
I
thing
can
to
get-
spell.
Oh,
Yep.
it is. Yeah. So I assume it looks very different for everything else around here.
Yes. For the most part, there are not very many larger buildings around here, especially not ones that have gardens out front or ivy growing in the buildings. It's it stands out quite a bit.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
Use one of the things.
Hey, we have a theory.
Yay!
What's your theory?
No.
Hold on a second. I forget my actual name.
He's messing with his audio.
Yep. Well, whilst he's messing with his audio, Paradin, we will go ahead and as you knock on the door, it takes a moment or two, but as you open the door, a half elf. Let me see if there's a description here. Of course there isn't. A half elf who has very simple clothing on, carrying a staff that is covered in ivy, answers the door. Can I help you?
Is this the Emerald Enclave?
Ah, let me guess. You're one of those people that was mentioned, weren't you? One of the group that's traveling with Thorin?
Yeah, Thorin.
Or damn it, I did it. I knew I was going to do it at some point. I knew it. This is what
Okay.
happens when you choose someone whose name is so similar to somebody from Lord of the Rings. This is what happens.
Then we would have 3 team members with names that start with TH. Don't worry
Right.
about it. So that was off character, right? Okay.
He kind of looks out past you. Where is everyone else?
Oh, they'll be here later.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you, see what this is about.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll bring you into the sitting room, and we will wait for everybody else to show up, because this is something that everybody should probably be here for.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's more than just an offer for you to join the Emerald Enclave on the table, which will be explained to you once everybody else shows up.
Why not before?
Because I said so. And
Are
he
you the
just kind
boss?
of gives a smile.
Are you the boss?
I'm the primary contact here, if that's what you mean.
Who made you the primary contact here? Because that's what I mean.
He just gives you a blank stare at this point. You can either come in and sit down and wait, or you can stand outside and wait. Those are your options.
Do you have food?
I'm sure we could provide some, yes.
What kind of food?
I'd have to check to see what we have.
Okay. Let's check. I'll go with you.
Up.
Up.
Come and sit down and I'll check for you what we have, and I'll let you know.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. So we are now going to cut to Theory here, who
Oh, what a nap. Man, that was really good.
you actually
I don't like this speech.
they don't like you either. It's fine.
I'm sure they don't.
Theory, this morning, after hearing that everybody else wanted to populate this place essentially and possibly get it back up and running again, you thought it would be a great idea to go and ask from the one person who you know for sure you can get advice from, and that's your family.
Oh.
So you
I
made
thought it was
your
gonna
way.
be my best friend, the barkeep.
We went there already. Well, but it didn't go as you might have think.
Yeah, you can't time travel to places
wasn't
we've
happy,
already.
that you guys were asking about, or Durin. Sorry, Durin wasn't happy you guys were asking about setting up a competitor to him.
Mostly, that's one part of it. There was also a one.
I mean, it
involved,
could also just be due to the fact that Ivar just decided to try and lie through his teeth about
and
it.
I rolled a 1 on a deception check, but it's fine.
I feel like
I
I
was
made
pressured.
a great misfortune
were.
by not being here at the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, you made a great decision not being here. So,
I mean,
so
you,
to speed
you,
things
you did
along,
miss out on them trying to negotiate with the Bruise brothers.
you did
Wow.
you did make your way to your family brothel, and you got bits and pieces of information. It's a little bit different running a brothel than it is running a tavern.
Yes.
You do get some base tips here and there. You get some information about how to go about getting some guild information from the magistrate at Castle Waterdeep, see if you can find a representative there, and then, much to your confusion, there is a stray cat that walks in and sits down in front of you.
I'm beginning to think that this stray cat is just Deus Ex Machina, the GM forcing us into a thing.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, so where am I right now?
So you are currently at your family brothel,
Okay.
heading out from there.
So I'm walking out of this brothel.
Yep. And a cat has just walked up to you and sat down right in front of you. In your
Okay.
path. What do you
Is the cat named Nick Fury?
So,
color?
hold on.
This is why you have speak with animals as a spell. You don't, I have, because you want to talk to the cat. Hello, kitty.
What would I do for this? I want to. I guess I want to. I want to not investigate, but I want to like check out this cat just because it's a weird. Cats just
you
don't walk
crouch-
into brothels.
So you crouch down.
There's
and look
not
at
a
this
lot of
cat.
post. Oh, I don't. Slut.
As
Yeah.
you do that, the cat opens its mouth, and instead of meowing, you hear a voice. It is a melodious male voice. Your friends will be waiting for you at the Emerald Enclave, south of the Colot Towers. At which point, the mouth closes, and the cat darts off.
That's rather unsettling. I feel like it could have been better handled with a note, but all right.
The
So I
best
guess
part
I-
is that a note was left for you as well.
Yes, there was a
Where-
note left for you back at Troll Skull Manor.
Why did I not read that before going to my parents?
No, because you left
before they did.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Wait, who sent the cat then?
Ooh.
You don't
Would
know.
you know that? He might be able to tell.
Roll a
History
history
check.
check for me. Yeah,
Do a what?
history check.
Shit.
That's what I
barely
did,
passed
and I
with
rolled a
C.
20. Oh my god!
So did he. Okay.
No. Oh no.
You would be very intimately familiar with the goings about
It must be
of-
because I'm home again. This is what happens when you're in your element.
Yeah.
So the Emerald Enclave, the first thing that you know is they generally strive to keep balance within the city, whether that be helping out townsfolk or trying to stop fires or preserve nature, what have you. Essentially, well, you mean, yeah.
Like, are they firemen?
No, they're generally speaking, they just try to keep the balance in the city.
So they're just like they're just like a vigilante group.
They could be, yes. It's kind of hard to say.
Well, I mean, does the city recognize them as an official protector of the
Yes.
city, or
Are they,
they
the,
are
are they
recognized
the
as an
volunteer
official
firefighters
faction.
from a series of unfortunate events?
oh no?
Wow.
VFD, the Emerald Enclave Edition.
But yeah, they have a tendency to use animals as their messengers.
Ah,
So
Still not
it
the-
now is
not
less.
great.
It's not as strange now thinking back on the fact that there is a cat that just spoke to you.
still not the best delivery of news I've ever had.
You would also know the exact location of the Emerald Enclave as well.
Oh, that makes it
Based
easy.
on that
Where is it on the actual map?
It's by Colot Towers.
So it is
South.
just barely south. It's right about there.
Sorry. Let me zoom fully out one more time.
Sorry. It is around here-ish.
Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, that is 200% in. Okay, it's on the map. Okay,
It's probably closer to like right here specifically.
that works.
giant
I just need to know what
cluster
ward it's in,
buildings, yeah.
basically. So Southern Ward, south of Colat Towers. Okay, it's not too
You're
far.
already on your way there anyway.
I'm in Virgin Square, so pretty close. Okay, and then
Then
I guess it doesn't matter because I don't need to know where you guys are. I will
well, I
figure
mean,
it out.
you
You're
were
your
told
own
by-
free agent.
Well, I
the
mean,
cat-
I was told that you guys are going to meet me, or my friends are there, but have they met you guys? Like, you guys may not stay in one place for very long.
Oh, we don't.
So I'm not, I'm not like dead
Oi.
set on assuming you guys
What
will
is
be
this?
What
They're
is
ruining
going
my
on now?
things.
there. So
What are you
okay,
doing?
I will start making my way down there.
Okay. So from the trade ward, it probably takes about probably about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half to get there. At which point, I would say you probably arrive about the same time as Torin and Ivar, since they are having to go through a little bit more of a convoluted way to get there.
Okay.
So, you guys stand in front of the ivy-covered building with the garden out front, which Torin you recognize very quickly as the
Indeed.
home of the Emerald Enclave.
We spot Thierry right now too.
Yes.
Ah, Thierry, you made it.
Ah, hello, gentlemen.
What news in your investigations?
Well, my parents were nice enough to point me in some helpful directions, specifically with the guild magistrate.
Oh, that's good. All we've learned is that there's a lot of complicated paperwork and cost involved.
Well, business, if it was that easy, would be run by everyone.
Indeed.
I wish my character was there to start arguing about that last line.
Is that like a emblem?
A stag,
Which you're
yeah.
drawing?
Yes. Yeah, so there is actually a proper emblem for the Emerald Enclave. I just essentially designed one specifically for you in particular, Torin.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, that is the official symbol, more or less, of the Emerald Enclave. It is a green, either a white stag or a green stag, depending on what background it's over.
A green stag.
That's how Herald really is done.
I'm just building our map.
Actually, you wouldn't mix color with metal. So, no, would you? No, you don't mix metals. So that's correct.
What?
Yeah. Heraldry? How it's
Heraldry.
pronounced? That's the one. Like metal can either be white, silver, or gold, and those are the colors that you would have in a sigil. And you can't mix those two together. You always have to have a color in between, for example, white and yellow. So you'd have a stripe or blue or whatever. There's also other rules, but I forget.
I will take
okay.
your word for it.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
fun
don't know.
thing. Yeah, it's off topic as well. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, regardless, you guys are standing in front of this building.
With the big knockers.
The big black stone knockers.
I
the
go
tall
ahead
oak
and
doors.
knock.
Okay.
The word knockers is ruined for me.
I
What,
mean,
you don't
does
like
that-
the
is-
idea of using a big pair of knockers to open a door?
What a lovely set of knockers.
Wow.
Why would you have
Now you're-
multiple? You just
now
need
you're
one.
doing-
That would be a really big door.
Doing it on purpose now.
It is a big door, isn't it?
Oh
It's
wait,
like-
no wait, you're right.
boy.
Never mind. You could have a door that has two, like those big wooden doors that have two openings,
Yeah.
and you would have a set of knockers on them.
That's a real set of knockers.
Moving on. Before we go too far into this.
Could you give me a
again.
detail about what the knockers are on this door?
I actually did a paper in university
Sure.
about knockers,
What?
and I did. It's a very.
Love this.
It's very important. It's like because people put in a lot of work into that, and so there's like texts and symbols and whatnot, and
So-
trends over the years.
So it is essentially the insignia of the Emerald Enclave, hewn out of a black stone. It's probably a granite, affixed to the door, with a handle being held basically from the neck down to the very bottom where it makes contact.
I have to say, at least they keep the theming really good.
You haven't seen anything.
So as,
I mean,
as
the
I was saying
knockers.
before, it is at about this moment when the door opens and you, Torin, see the familiar face of Melanor Philbranch open the door.
Melanor.
Ah,
Your
there
guide,
you
your
are.
friend.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Your friend, or one of them anyway, showed up here. Bit of a, he's a
Looking
character,
around.
all right.
Realizing that Paradin's the one that's already here. Yeah.
And, where's the last one? Wasn't there one more of you?
We haven't seen him since this morning. I'm not sure that he knows to come here.
Who haven't we seen?
Thunder.
You saw me put the note down.
Okay.
So like, don't forget about that, Marty.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we haven't seen him since this morning. He took off on some other errand.
I see. All right, give me a moment.
I joked about it, but we did end up in the same fucking place.
You did. Okay.
It's proper GMing. That's what it is.
Let's see here.
I'm genuinely unsure if he planned it or not.
Sometimes you just need to nudge things a little bit.
We're only like 2 blocks apart from each other, even though we crossed the whole town for completely different reasons.
Well, I'll do what I can to see that your friend is notified. Do you know approximately where he went?
No.
You have
I'm afraid
nothing to
not.
go on.
Yeah.
Right. One moment. And he'll usher you in to the sitting room where you see Paradin sitting, munching on bits of cheese, it looks like.
Beats of cheese. I want you to tell me what cheese it is.
Bit of provolone, cheddar. There is
So
a bit
good-
of blue
good
cheese here
stuff.
as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be happy then.
Okay.
I'll have a smile on my face and I'm happy. Nibbling on the cheese. We had nibbles before. What was it? Oh, the coins. Right. That's Andrew wasn't here for that, but
Okay. So, about 20 minutes later, Melanor walks back in. So, we've sent away a messenger to your friend. Hopefully he gets it here shortly. Soon? Yes.
Shoot.
Cut to Thunder, who has been frantically looking around the southern area of the dock ward.
On my very
A-
important mission.
Pigeon lands on your shoulder. It has a note tied to its leg.
I shoo it away.
Okay, the pigeon stays hovering above you.
Filthy animal.
It tries to land on your shoulder again.
I don't want your
He's gonna-
garbage.
he's gonna get burned to a crisp. This pigeon is. Because
Make a perception check, Thunder.
that spell doesn't have an attack roll. It's just roll damage.
Okay. You can clearly see it has a note tied to its leg as it's kind of hovering above you, and it looks like it's trying to deliver it to you.
Fine, I'll take your garbage if you leave.
It lands on
Wow.
your shoulder.
I take the note.
Okay.
How are
The
you not
notes-
curious?
Because gross animal.
But it has a note.
I don't
Once you
like
take the
pigeons, evidently. I just decided.
The pigeon flies off.
I'm just more surprised that your hate overwhelmed your curiosity. That's just a really a good accomplishment.
Well, cats and birds. And also bird shit. Those are lots of reasons not to be happy with pigeon landing on your shoulder.
How?
It's
okay.
true.
Do you think birds just have like no concept of defecation? Like they just do it everywhere? Like
I
whenever
mean,
they
all the
feel
ones
like...
in real life are assholes.
That's
They don't-
true. Yeah.
Normally they,
They
don't
do it
land on your
everywhere.
shoulder and take a shit on it. Like that's not usually.
They
Birds-
definitely do.
Birds really don't care.
Yeah.
They
No,
will-
even
so-
your pet bird will just shit on you. That's just a thing you
Well,
have to get
that's-
used to.
I mean, yeah, and most pets will just shit all over the place. That's because
No.
they trust you won't kill
Oh.
them.
Cats
All
don't
of
do
the
that.
all of the pets that I like don't shit on you.
Yeah. Cats don't do that.
So
Cats and
as
dogs
you-
don't shit on your shoulder.
As you unravel the piece of paper, which I assume you do, there is a set of directions and a note attached to it. Your friends are waiting for you at the Emerald Enclave. Signed, Millenor Fellbranch. And there is directions, kind of creepily, from your exact spot.
God damn it. Sounds important. I'm gonna do one last check. Fuck.
Oh no! So what exactly are you looking for?
I still don't want to give up on my actual
Yeah, it's
objective.
Right.
I rolled a fucking honey.
That's funny. Okay,
That's great. More
It's
cheese
not-
for me?
No.
It's not great for
You
everyone
do?
else.
No,
You
I'm
look
gonna
around?
eat all the cheese.
And you do see, standing off in one of the alleyways, one of the people who was taking part in the trade-off.
Giving or receiving?
Just standing there.
No, I mean, did they give or receive in the
Oh.
trade-off?
He gave the item over.
Do I know his name?
No. But you do recognize him.
Well, I'm gonna mosey on up, being just the best of buds and all that. And I'm going to use Tides of Chaos. I'm in a hurry. And I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, this goddamn cheese conversation. Can you guys want to read out what you wrote for the audio audience? Like,
I'm totally eating cheese while we wait.
I share the cheese and ask for more, especially the cheddar.
And of course, as you look away from the cheddar, after you finish the last piece of it, more appears on the plate as you look back. Or rather, there are more pieces that have appeared as you looked back.
the magic cheese.
Magic cheese. Hey, create
the
food and
best.
water is the thing, guys. So yeah,
I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, it's me. Remember me? It's your buddy Thunder. I had questions about that manual you handed off a few days ago. That's not great.
Persuasion check.
That should be better. God damn it.
okay. He doesn't really look at you, but you hear him say, "Are you the cops? Or are you with the cops?"
What? No, you know who I am.
Yeah, I know who you are. I
I'm
know
too
you
much
also
of-
screwed up a job a while back too.
Yeah, well, I'm too much of a pain in the ass to be the cops.
It's true. What do you want?
I was wondering who you handed off that manual of golems to.
You think they tell me that? Come on. You should know better than that.
What, you got nothing for it?
Hey, I get paid by the guy I'm told to deliver stuff by. Nothing more. They don't pay me when I deliver the item. They pay me when I get back.
Well, that's what we say, that we know nothing, but, you know, we always know more.
Make another persuasion check, this time at disadvantage.
Damn it, that's horrible.
It
He's
is.
gonna roll two 20s.
God damn it, that's like
Oh,
one of
that was a natural 20.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20 at disadvantage. So it's not. God damn it.
So this time he actually looks up at you, and you can see he's got a heavily scarred face, and he's just grimacing at you with just this look of "go the fuck away."
Friends.
Okay.
Friends.
Well, there
Yes,
goes
by
heads.
all means, cast friends, and then it gets stabbed as soon as it runs off.
Oh,
or runs
God.
out.
That would be
And
a
then he casts
horrible
Fireball.
idea. I might have to interact with this person again. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I take hint. Pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to follow him on a different day, but but right now I'm
Probably, yeah.
busy, so I'm gonna have to go to the directions to the eerily close by location I've been told to visit.
Yes. So
I'm gonna have to remember
about-
this guy's scarred face though, and I'm gonna track him down on a different day and tail him.
So about 20 minutes pass, at which point you all hear a knock from the front door. And Melanor walks over to it and opens the door. You see a half-elf standing in front of you, as described previously. And you must be Thunder. Am I right?
Was asking.
Come in, your friends are waiting for you.
These people.
And he steps aside, holding the door open.
Did my note even mention the Emerald Enclave?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it just said your friends are blah blah blah.
Your friends are waiting for you at the Emerald Enclave.
All right. Yeah. All right. Party unsplit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was quick.
That was ineffective.
The moment I
So-
see Thunder, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Thunder, come on in. This cheddar is to die for." And I'm gonna grab a plate and like lift it up to him.
You grab an empty plate.
What happened to the cheese? Do I like the one I ate? I checked to see if the one I ate is still in my belly, though. Is it?
What? How do you check?
I don't know. Like,
How-
am I full?
Do you
Feel
do you like flex? Like how do you tell?
No,
How do you
okay.
tell?
I don't know. I know when my
You
belly's
just
full.
reach
I'm
your
a ranger, I
hand
know
right
this stuff.
down your own throat, like just feel
Check.
around.
Pardon
I
me
didn't
while I
eat that
perform
much.
surgery to check to see if I have food in my stomach.
No, I'm asking the GM because otherwise I
You
would
still
stick out
feel
a lot
full,
more.
yeah. You feel like you've eaten probably more cheese than you should have.
Okay. That's not. I'm gonna say. Well, I guess it's not here anymore, Thunder. I'm sorry.
Jesus
Need to ask
for
that.
rats and pigeons anyway.
Oh.
At this point,
this one
Melanor
wasn't.
walks up to all of you. If you'll all follow me, please.
Do we know the name of this person? Like,
Yes,
do we all
he did
know?
introduce
or
himself. Melanor Fellbranch.
Melanol Phil Branch. Okay.
I will
Sounds
go
like
ahead and
follow.
copy and paste that for you.
Thanks. Melanor.
Yes.
I follow. I think
So-
everybody is.
Melanor leads you from the sitting room out to a central garden area, which, interestingly enough, of note to anybody who, to everybody really, the sounds of the docks and the city fade away as you walk into this garden. And it is replaced by the sounds of the wind blowing through the trees, a couple of birds with singing. It's very calm and quiet in here compared to what you're used to for the bustle of the city.
Can I make an
there's
Arcana
no-
check?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, yes. Anybody who
wanna
would like
see-
to, you're welcome to do so. Oh dear.
What is wrong with the dice in this game?
You look back at the door. You look back at the garden. You look back at the door. Then at the garden. And it's kind of... It's starting to make you rattled a bit. Like, you're not sure what's going on, but you feel like something weird's
Oh,
going
shit.
on.
Are we in the same? I'm gonna ask the team. Are we in the same place, or did we just get teleported?
Ivar,
Yes.
you would have at least an inkling of what's going on. It
I rolled
seems
an
like this
18.
place- whilst it seems like it's in the same... Oh yeah, you did roll an 18.
That's the
So
first
both
roll.
of you would
Yeah.
realize this.
Okay.
You have an inkling You're not entirely sure, but it feels like this place is different somehow. Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite where you were before.
Oh, so I was right? Out of character, obviously. I did ask it out loud if we teleported.
It's bigger on the inside.
Is it a pocket plane? Oh, I wouldn't know
no
that.
idea.
If I,
You have no idea.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not.
You just get a really uneasy feeling from this place.
I'm gonna be on the lookout on constantly. Who's in the room?
We just
Right
walked
now.
in,
So
we walked
right
into
now-
a police box.
It is just your party and Melanor.
Okay, I'm gonna be on lookout for anybody that shows up,
Okay.
including animals.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. There it is. Okay.
All right.
My
So-
my check.
Melanor turns to the rest of you. Now, I believe Thorin, or Torin. Damn it, I did it again. Torin, I know you are already familiar. However, for the rest of you, I wish to introduce you to the mistress of the house, Jareath Falcon. And he kind of waves his hand to the garden. None of you see anybody. At all. There's nobody else here except for you guys.
Oh yes, I also had the imaginary friend when I was 5.
It is at this point you all hear from all around you. No specific place. A disembodied female voice. Welcome to my garden. Welcome to the Emerald Enclave. Friends of Torin. I have come, or I
sorry.
have been watching you for quite some time now. Watching Torin and the rest of those who wander throughout the city. I understand this may be a bit confusing, as most people react the same when they hear this. But I am here among you.
Are you a friend of ours?
I'm
Or
a
are you
friend to
foe?
I'm a friend to all those in Waterdeep, both the smallest of rats or mice that scurry, and those who sit at the top of this place.
What do you want from us? Torin, do you know anything about this? I'm gonna look at Torin.
Just be grateful for Jareath's hospitality. They have work
I mean-
for us.
I did like the cheese. Thanks for the cheese.
You are welcome. Friends of Torin, or should I say, Thunder, Ivar, Theory, and Peridin. I offer you a chance if you so wish, or more specifically, if you choose to. A place here, either amongst the Emerald Enclave or to assist Torin with the job I am about to offer. Rest assured that even if you decide not to join us, you will still be rewarded. For those who do, however, I have something else to offer.
Not to be rude, but do you mind if we sit down?
As soon as you ask that, there is a sound and a rumble from the ground as vines sprout from the ground and form what you could charitably describe as a chair behind you.
I'll sit down.
I will sit down.
Pretty comfy. It's a little strange sitting on vines, but it's
Nothing
comfortable
that I
enough.
wouldn't be used to.
Considering the fact that the chair is made out of entirely vines, yes, this probably would be.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course. So, I ask you again. Would any of you be willing to join us?
Oh, I apologize. That's why I asked for the chair, because I was acknowledging I was ready to listen to the details.
Well, the details of the mission are different than potentially joining the Emerald Enclave, you understand.
Oh,
What
that's
will
what
it
you're
take?
asking. Gotcha.
What will it take for us to leave the Emerald Enclave?
As simple as saying I wish to leave.
Then I'm in. I joined the Emerald Enclave. I'm gonna look at everybody else.
If I might ask a few questions myself,
Of course.
what is the benefit to joining the Enclave?
We offer a couple of different services for those of us who are here.
How?
Of course,
Oh, sorry.
They offer cheese.
I am able to... Cheese is a benefit, I suppose.
We can literally buy cheese. It's not really a benefit.
For those,
Oh, it is.
for those who join us,
cheese.
there is one thing that I give to the newest members, of which you see across Chorin's neck at this point. You can all see the necklace that's around his neck right now. It is a charm to assist in your journeys.
Wait, have you had that on the whole time?
Yes.
Yep. Of which I will have to give you the details because I forgot to give this to you at the beginning.
Plus
of the
10 armor
campaign.
class. Come on,
No.
give me.
No.
Does it do anything like, I don't know, like does it do damage or heal or something?
That is
like
what it is, by the way, Torin.
Excellent. Thank you.
It will assist in dealing with some of the more unpleasant side effects that one can occasionally run into from time to time.
Understood.
Side
As
effects of
well
what?
as, of course, this place as a safe haven for those who are of the Enclave and the friends of those who are. As well as, if the need arises, we do have the capability for offering spellcasting services for those in the Enclave as well.
So you have like a tutoring department?
Not quite.
Oh. So, is the Emerald Enclave on good terms with the guild?
Depends on which guild you refer to.
I don't actually know which guild. What guild did my parents talk about?
The Brewers Guild.
Oh, it was the Brewers Guild. Okay. 1 second, let me add that detail. Specifically the Brewers Guild.
I would like to think so, at the very least. Or at the very least, they don't have any quarrels with us.
Perfect. And out of curiosity, there's no what are there any other requirements needed of us? Any, like, do we have to pay a fee? Do we sell our souls to demons? What sort of
No, there is nothing of the sort. No special requirements, just do what you can for the people here. That is all I ask.
As a man born in capitalism, I can't really understand that sort of mentality. How do you keep things going afloat if you ain't profiting?
We do receive support from the city here. We do occasionally do work for them, whether it be directly or otherwise. But they assist, and also, of course, the Falcon estate itself is not exactly small, as you can see. We
What?
have our ways.
So
I'm
what
gonna-
are
I'm
the?
gonna- Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, no, what were you gonna do?
I was gonna, when you said that it's not particularly small, I was gonna remark, you must pay a lot in taxes.
What are the no-nos here? What are your hard stops? Anything that we're not allowed to do as members of the Emerald?
Follow the law. That is essentially all that can be asked of you.
Whose law?
I could get behind lawfulness.
I mean, I'm presuming it's the law of the city.
Oh, this is problem.
The law of the city. It's a very broad statement. It could mean the law of the city. It could mean the laws of nature. The point is, you get the
Is it
sense that
are
as long
saying
as
in
you,
character?
I'm saying this out of character.
Okay.
As the GM here, you get the sense that as long as you don't do anything to either besmirch the name of the Emerald Enclave or anything that would specifically endanger the balance, you should be fine.
Okay.
Can I find out if there's some sort of religious affiliation to this?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
I'm gonna out loud say, as long as I can quit just by saying I
there we
quit,
go. Okay,
I'm gonna say that.
So-
Jesus.
give me a moment here to bring this page back up. Because I had closed this thinking, oh yeah, nobody will want to know this.
Did you make freaking dice out of unicorn bones?
He made it out of my ones.
So, what you know, there was a thought in the back of your mind that Jareath Falcon sounded familiar. You would know that several years back at this point, Jareath Falcon disappeared, or was supposed to have disappeared, and eventually returned, a chosen of Mylakiki. I'm going to... Myliki, sorry.
It sounds a lot
GM.
better, honestly.
Myliki, yeah, there we go.
Meliki.
Who you would know as the Forest Queen. The goddess of autumn, druids, dryads, forest creatures, and rangers. The symbol of which is a golden horned, blue-eyed unicorn whose head is facing left. You would also know that as time passed on, Jareath, her power growing, being a chosen, eventually shed her physical form and ascended to demigodhood, and resulted in the form you now hear around you.
All right. That's a lot to take in.
It is. You are essentially speaking to a demigod right now. In fact, you are speaking to a demigod right now.
Wow.
Wait. It's a
Yeah,
god
but-
of rangers?
Yeah.
And druids and
And the forest
yeah.
and forest creatures.
Paradin. Are you not aware of who the...
Nope.
Just because they exist doesn't necessarily mean that he follows her or knows much about.
My out of character, what I said in character was that as long as I can leave whenever I want, that's good with me. It's whatever. I have no qualms.
Yeah, there are people who indeed follow no god. Though usually when they die, they end up in
That's the wall of-
very unfortunate place.
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that at all. That's
Yeah.
a bad idea. Regardless. So, one of you has expressed interest. What about the rest of you?
I have decided I will join.
Very well.
Huh. Well, I see no immediate downside, so I too will join.
Right. At which point, after you guys make that decision, there is
not all
these-
of us yet.
Oh, Thunder?
Oh yeah, no. I am
No?
not much of a joiner.
Very well. For the rest of you who have decided to join, you feel a breeze wash over you. And the next moment when you look down, you see the same necklace around your neck. And each of you are gifted with this. I'm just going to type this in chat here. You are gifted with a Charm of Restoration. Item has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of the charges to cast one of the following spells. Either Greater Restoration for 4 charges, Lesser Restoration for 2 charges. Once all of the charges have been expended, the charm vanishes. Welcome to the Emerald Enclave.
Where would I put
Now-
this?
In your inventory?
It would be in your inventory. It's essentially around your neck now.
Okay,
I was
so
gonna
it's not
say.
a
I was
tool?
gonna say the inventory is not a place.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Oh,
if
you.
you-
Oh,
if
oh,
you-
you did mean your sheet.
For the record, if you do
I did-
try to,
yeah.
if you do try to, you can't take it off. I'm just throwing that out there. So it's not like it's not a choke or anything. It's
Not cursed.
literally-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah.
cursed.
Oh wow, it's a limited use item.
Yes.
That's always the
Once
step.
you,
That's
once
always
you,
the.
once you use all the charges, it disappears.
That's always the easiest way to make sure I never use something in every game.
But this is tabletop. It's different.
It's when it runs out and goes away. You're like, well, I gotta save it for what's important. 3 years later, level 500, God of the World, still have the original consumable from the first village.
Been there, done that. It's happened. All right, so now then, the job that I had mentioned to you, Torin, when we sent the messenger to you. It seems some of the outlying farms are being terrorized by, from what we know, seems to be a scarecrow that has seemingly come to life. It has slaughtered livestock, chased off horses, and spooked several of the farmers. Now, normally this would be something for the city guard, but it seems, as nobody has been killed, they're dragging their heels on this. We need something to be done before this gets any worse.
Well, I got to see this.
Something so unnatural needs to be stopped.
Correct.
Judgy.
Sorry, why is it? What is unnatural about it? I'm sorry, I was sort of.
It's like a sentient
So,
scarecrow or something.
From what is being described, it sounds like there is essentially a scarecrow that is going around slaughtering livestock and chasing off horses and spooking people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What if all he needs is a brain? Or is it
Sorry?
a heart? I forget. The scarecrow need the heart or the brain?
If I only had a brain.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. So, the area of which it has been said it is around the central area of Undercliff, outside of the city. I don't know when these things show up, but it seems, for the most part, they don't have any specific time of day that they show up. So I would urge you to head out there as soon as you possibly can.
And you said it's a scarecrow?
Correct.
Do you have any other information about where it can be found?
Unfortunately
Undercliff is a
not.
big
Just
region.
there are. It is a large area outside of the city. Unfortunately, I can't tell you much more than that.
What if
Are
it's
you
just
sure it
very
isn't-
hairy man?
Do you have a list of all the people who've been attacked? Or all of the places that have been attacked, I should say?
At that point, there is Let me see here. Let me just double check something.
I was gonna follow up. I was gonna follow up on what Thunder said, but I don't know if we're being interrupted right now.
I'm just checking something real fast. Sorry.
Yeah, I've only asked a question, so it's not like I'm mid-conversation.
Okay, here we go. So, in front of you, there is a glow of green, and you see, interestingly enough, what looks like a map of the outside of the city in front of you. I love magic. It's amazing. You can do stuff like this. And you see several areas in particular that seem to be highlighted by this green glowing energy. Those areas are... I'm going to go ahead and mark them with freehand. Here.
All the way back where we started.
Here. Here.
I can't see anything.
If you go out into the farm, there's like a thin green rectangle in 3 spots.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
I probably should change the color of that to something a little bit more visible.
It might be good.
It's to the east side of the map. It's outside the city. There's 4
Yeah.
maps. There. How many places are you writing down?
There are 4 that are highlighted right now, where these
well,
events have taken place.
I'm gonna say. Well, it looks like I should be able to help out finding
Yeah.
stuff in there.
I got it's 1,000 Needles, Camp Taurajo, the Crossroads, and it's a very large area.
There we go. That should be better for you.
Can we get a horse? I'm gonna ask. I'm asking.
Melanor will be able to provide you with some assistance. Yes,
Thanks.
of course.
You can find me, but not Scarecrow.
Well,
There are some things that even one such as I are not able to.
Are there
follow.
any particular... is there anything that it particularly does when it attacks? Like, is it looking for something? Is
As
it...
I mentioned, it just seems to
feeding?
be causing havoc in the area.
So it's just a wild anarchist scarecrow. All right.
The god of rangers, and they can't track a Scarecrow. Does that mean if we do it, we take the title?
Wow.
I mean, we did, we beat her at like the thing she's
There's only
supposed to
so
be good
much a
at.
demigod can do. Dang it!
Yeah, apparently it's stand still and tell other people to do stuff.
I mean, have you not seen any Greek gods?
I mean, you say that, but you do realize you could be hit by a lightning bolt right now, right?
That doesn't make them
Wait,
more
Is
impressive.
this in character? Are we
No.
actually?
No,
Save the
No, it's not in
scarecrows,
character.
though.
Jeez.
Because that's
It's just really
There's a name for that, I
unimpressive
don't
when the
know.
god of rangers, and it's
Okay.
the first thing they want is to you to find something for them.
Do you need to do you ask that out loud or?
I was gonna wait until the conversation was over.
Okay.
Is there anything else anybody would like to ask regarding the scarecrow?
well, there's people out there who should be able to find out who saw the scarecrow in the first place. Those
True.
are farms, right? I'm gonna ask to the team more than to Jareath.
That is correct.
Sounds like a job. And we need to stop the slaughter. Right? I'm gonna look at Torin specifically.
Of course. If you feel we need horses, though, we're gonna have to track some down.
What do
As
you mean
mentioned
track them
before,
down?
Melanor will assist you. Do not worry.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry, I forgot the gender of Melanor.
Melanor is.
Oh no, you didn't
Let me
say.
check if they're
actually.
specified. I don't
Yeah,
think
you only
it
said
is.
that half elf.
Half of them male.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I forgot what I was gonna say actually, because I was gonna refer to him and I forgot. Anyway,
We can't see them, right?
Jareath.
Correct. There, it
Yeah, we
is
can't
just
see
a.
'em.
It is just a voice.
Yeah. Is it Jareath Falcon? The name of
Jareath
the
Falcon. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me check a couple things here real quick whilst you guys are talking.
I am gonna wait until when we leave. I do want to ask something as we leave,
Okay.
but like, so it's not done. But I don't know if it changes anything, because I don't know if we're leaving. They did a great job with the trees out in the map. It's a really cool looking map.
And it would be so easy to completely miss the fact that there's all this stuff outside the city when looking at the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of world out there.
It's also interesting to know that this entire town is like technically on a raised hill.
Either that or there's just a little bit of a ridge there. I don't think everything is on a raised hill.
I mean,
So this is definitely on a raised hill. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you
Like
can
pretty much
see
this entire
the-
area.
You can see the
And
depth
of note, by the
goes.
way, Mount Waterdeep, for you guys' record, right here on the map, it's about 1,500 feet tall.
wait, what is?
This mountain right
3
here.
meters tall.
1,500.
3
Oh.
meters.
That's a lot of mount.
That is a lot of mountain.
That's not water or deep.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
we have a
I
picture
didn't
of
come up
Waterdeep.
with it.
Don't we?
That's Mountain Dry Tall.
Mountain Dry Tall. That's a new one.
It's the opposite. What is this?
What is
Oh.
what?
I'm looking at a long history in brief,
Oh.
and it has a picture.
There's a picture of what?
Everything.
I don't know actually, but there's
Oh, the cow and the fair that's happening.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in. There's a unicorn, and there's like a drow on a unicorn, and there's an elf riding a bull that's dragging an owl bear, I think, in a cage,
My favorite is
A
the
guy on
City
stilts.
Splendor.
and a fake dragon. It's definitely a parade.
Yeah, there are various holidays that go on in Waterdeep.
Yeah, that's actually like straight
You
up.
may or may not encounter, depending.
There's like a book on world. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's fair.
there is a lot. Yeah.
Forgotten Realms.
Again, you're not even like Waterdeep is just like a tiny little dot on the map of
Yeah.
Faerun.
Yeah.
Like considering how big this damn city is.
No, yeah, they've
So
been
you
making
mean, like,
they've been making
Most
games
cities
based
on
in
a planet.
they've been making games
There's
based
so
in
many.
Forgotten Realms forever too.
Yeah.
But also like, no, there's other stuff I gotta poke into if I want to read all those documents, because there's stuff about like moving statues around the city. There's
It's
like
the time
there's a lot of
trolls.
really weird elements to pick up on, but I need the time to like read through all this stuff.
all those names like Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, or Neverwinter specifically, and Baldur's Gate. Those are all cities.
Yeah, and for the record, there,
Ghosts.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is in the relative scape of
Oh God.
a thing. It is definitely a tiny little thing. However, when you consider the fact that files are too powerful. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
When
looking
you
at
consider the fact that you've got stuff like this being the entire just the sword coast for Faerun, this world is big.
Oh, does that mean
Yep.
Sword Coast Legends takes place in
Oh.
Forgotten Realms?
Oh yeah, it
I
does.
just remember that's a game called
That's
that.
just the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm looking at the
yeah,
I'm looking at the
that's-
picture at the top of the wards of Waterdeep, and I'm like, oh yeah, these roofs aren't traversable at all.
Where's
Like
Waterdeep?
like
Is it
I
to the
like I
north?
can climb on
no, it's
a
right
roof.
there.
Like I can climb on a
Waterdeep.
roof, but I definitely can't like
between
go
s-
across the
It's
roofs
right
to
below
traverse.
Sword Mountains.
That's a mess.
Yeah. Neverwinter's
directly-
to the north.
Directly east of Waterdeep, or of the Whalebones, rather.
Icewind Dale is up here. Luskan.
The whale bones.
Whale bones.
But yeah. So anyway, moving on. You have your job, and you have been told that mounts will be provided to assist you on your way out there.
should
Are
go
we
take care
leaving?
of this soon.
All
Yeah,
right.
very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, as I leave, I'm
Time
gonna
for our
ask.
journey.
I'm gonna ask Jareath.
I'm just coming because I want to see the Scarecrow.
Wait. Jareath answers when I asked.
Yes.
Do you like Melanor? Is he good people?
I'm sorry. Did you say Melanor?
Sorry,
like
Melanor. Melanor, yeah. The off health that gave me the cheese. I assume.
He has a rough sense of humor, but he has been faithful and very helpful to me. Yes, I would say so.
Thanks. Then I'm gonna leave.
Jareath, I have one more manor I need clearing up.
Of course. What is it?
As you know, we've recently come into possession of was it Trollbane? I can't remember.
Troll
the
Skull
name of
Manor.
it. Troll Skull Manor, which is presently inhabited by a poltergeist. I don't know if I should be trying to cleanse this being or if its existence is natural.
I am aware of this phenomenon that you speak. I would say, from what I know of it, it does not seem to pose a threat to the world. It doesn't seem to be a blight on this place.
That is good
It
to know.
seems to want to defend its home, nothing more. As any would. And
Thank you.
though it is a creature of undeath, it is not there through malevolent means. It is there through its strong ties to this place. I say if it causes no harm, let it be.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Of course.
Come, friends, let us cleanse this Scarecrow menace.
I'm ready. So
Let's
we
get
just need to
some
get
horses.
horses.
Yes, horses. Is Melanor still here with us?
He is. At which point he looks around the garden and
He
looks back
didn't
at
say
you.
anything about me asking if he was good people.
No. No. He hasn't said anything.
Is one horse and a wagon cheaper than a bunch of horses, I wonder?
So, you guys are led back outside.
5 horses
which
sounds
point-
expensive.
You hear the sound of something approaching. And you can hear definitely people moving out of the way. Which, by the way, the sounds of the forest, before I forget, or the garden, rather, fade away, and you are met with, once again, the sounds of the Dark Wards. Approaching at rather quick speeds is not horses.
What do you mean? He's not horses.
Not horses.
So we've narrowed it down to everything in the universe except horses.
Except horses. Is it ponies or is it a
As
big
they-
wheel of cheese?
As they round the corner, there are 5 stags that ride up and stop in front of you. One for each of you.
Did you draw a 3D rat?
Somebody did, apparently, yes.
Leave my rat alone. He's my child. He
He's a
doesn't have
very good
everything.
rat. He's a very good
Yeah.
rat.
I shall
eat
name
my
him
cheese?
Steve.
What's wrong with my rat?
Steve the
Jimmy.
rat.
Jimmy's taken.
And why is there an
Stevie.
old gremlin man on top of the TARDIS? What has happened when I was looking away? I don't understand.
So I'm gonna see the stag and I'm gonna say this is even better. Thanks, Melanor.
I've
Or-
never
who's-
ridden a stag before.
There's
Oh,
always
there-
a first time for everything.
You
No.
don't ride a stag. You
What?
go with it.
It will bring you to where you need to go.
What does that mean? You
The
don't. You
creatures of-
don't ride a stag.
Is that in character or is it not?
I was just so confused for that sentence.
I'm trying to make it sound as if like they're better than horses in
So you
regards
don't
to-
drive it, that drives you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not, I've got
guess-
soul, but I'm not a soldier.
I am going to. I'm going
What's
to
that? Is
pet the stag and signal it to kneel down very low so I can get onto it.
Okay. It seems to understand what you're trying to convey and does so.
Perfect.
I didn't even need you to roll, but that's a good enough roll
Yeah.
anyways.
we don't need to roll though, do we?
Well, I was just asking the animal to do something specific because I'm like 2 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
So
Logistical
I'm just
issues.
gonna-
Yeah, Mr. 3.5 feet with your tiny,
yeah,
like,
I
1
just
foot
this
legs.
stag is like staggeringly taller than me, so I just kind of
Staggeringly.
Staggering.
Wow.
So
No pun
which
intended, right?
Which of
I don't
the
know how to
five
make
stags?
puns.
I'm pretty
Oh, man
sure
of
Andrew
culture.
never doesn't intend puns.
Sorry, what did you say there, Parroted?
Which of the 5 stags is mine?
The one all
What?
the way in the back.
Oh,
The one
all
with
the way-
the dopey looking smile.
the one with the one with the limp.
It's the one that gives Melanor a knowing wink.
Oh, I mean, he is a ranger.
Suddenly they shift back into druids.
Oh, no.
Kidding. I'm kidding. They're not druids. Not this time, anyway.
That would be even worse. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be put off by it, but I would feel kind of bad. I didn't know ahead of time.
My question still stands though. Effie.
And sorry, what was your question?
Which one is his?
Which stag is mine?
The one all the way in the back.
Okay, yeah. So I approach it and I cast. No, actually, I
What?
can I tell? Can I tell that it isn't a person? Can I tell that it like? What can I tell about the animal? What-
Make
what-
it
what
nature
do I need?
check.
Approach it and demand cheese.
I love this new source
Okay.
of paranoia.
It could be a person. It could be a druid. It could. I mean, it's an elk. It's standing in front of you. I don't know.
Are you saying elk aren't people?
Can I? I will do what I was gonna do. I'm gonna cast. Speak with animals.
Okay.
And so I already marked it. I'm sorry, I need to click on it for it to show up over there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask, hi, what's your name?
There's no response.
Is that a problem? Is it like, what would I know that this means?
It could mean that it's not a real animal. It could be
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I'm
conjured
thinking.
stag.
From what you know, even though it looks like an elk, it may not be an elk.
It's just like a spell.
Because
Oh.
in this case, speak with animals is specific to beasts. This is not a beast.
Oh, it's probably a fae.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would know that then.
You would have a rough idea that this thing is not a beast. Yes. If it's
But
not
would I know it
responding to you
before
in some
casting?
way- No.
Oh yeah, okay,
you would
so
have no
because I
idea.
know it. Right,
Yep.
okay.
Because
So
of the fact
beca-
that you cast with it and you tried to talk with it, and it didn't respond to you, you know that this is not an elk.
So
It's not a regular animal.
So would everybody around me know that I cast this spell, or is it silent?
Verbal somatic.
Oh yeah.
People would know you just cast something.
You did it. You said something and you did a gesture.
Oh, okay. So I do that and ask that, and I'm gonna turn to the others and I'm gonna say, These are not real elk, but I think they'll do the job. Forget what I said. I'm gonna turn to Theory, and I'm gonna say, forget what I said about that riding thing. Just get on top of them, and I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Okay, I mount my stag then.
I'm just gonna get on.
We all stag up.
I'm not gonna try to befriend my escort.
Now I really wish I made it like an ostrich or something, Andrew, just because of that.
Because I'm
So you can do
tall.
burn up for
Like-
this.
Oh, that'd be great.
Regardless.
Because he's
So-
a gnome?
I don't think
No.
ostriches are very
like the
neutral
mechanist
animals.
Call me a
riders?
gnome? Excuse me? What did you
I'm just thinking
say?
like
How dare you,
because of
sir.
World of Warcraft, the gnome mount is an ostrich.
Oh yeah, it's an ostrich.
First of all, it's a robot ostrich.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Robostrich.
no, I am a halfling. How dare
That's
you?
just you're just halfway to being a gnome.
I'm pretty sure not.
I don't actually know the origins of halflings off the top of my head. It very well could be a gnome and a human getting it on. I don't know.
That can't be. They're not of the same species.
I mean, isn't that how half elves and half
Hey,
orcs
okay,
happen?
look,
I don't
yeah,
think
but, like, all I
species
will say-
follows the rules of species in D&D.
all
No,
I will
it's
say
true,
is
it's
if
true.
you know where to look, there is a book on this kind of stuff.
I
I'm
think
not gonna say any more.
Sure
humanoids
that
just
is.
I think humanoids just kind of get to breed in this universe.
Well, they get to try anyway. I'm not sure they can actually.
And Theory's
I'm not saying any
parents
more than
tried
that.
really
That's all I will say.
hard.
I'm not saying more.
Well, let's save the game again and let's try it right now. No, wait. Oh,
So
Andrew
That
wasn't
was just
here
Theory's
for it.
mom's like life advice. It's like you get you a husband you can put in your pocket.
What? What is that? What?
as you guys finish
Like
climbing
3
on top of the elk,
Like a regular person is 5 feet tall. Like 5'5", we'll say. Like I'm 3'3". Like I can't fit in nobody's pocket.
to
No,
be
but
specific,
but
the
based on the
average
lore we
male
just
is
talked
5'4",
about,
the average female is 5'3", I think.
but based on what we just said, her husband would be a gnome.
Oh no, I mean
Yeah.
halflings are their own race. They're basically
That
just
was the
hobbits.
joke.
Right, but I'm talking about the origin of halflings is what I'm trying to make a joke
There
about.
was a joke about the gnome crossed the human making halflings.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying like that
Fairies.
halflings are just they've always existed.
Fairies are very tiny though. They can definitely fit in a pocket.
Regardless, as you guys climb on the backs of these elk, they start slowly moving off. Woof. Off.
How slow?
Oh, you're turning into me.
Damn you, Paradin! So
No,
they
be
slowly
careful,
start
'cause
moving off and start increasing speed as they go along until you guys are at a full-on just sprint out from the south gate.
Oh,
There are a couple of guards who notice you approaching and are about to stop you, and then they realize, oh, maybe we shouldn't. As you guys
How
just
fast are they
blow
going?
right by. What's the land speed of an elk? Let me check.
well, I mean, you act like the guards
Aerodynamics.
were contemplating stopping us, and then see elks charging, and they're like, okay, never mind.
I have all new
No, it's the
revelation
police
to
coming
bring
in.
upon us.
So
God,
let's see here.
despite
And how fast
expectation,
you have to speed up?
despite expectations, halflings and gnomes are the same goddamn size. Gnomes just have pointy ears. That's it.